there is a change coming. There is a change, not only because it's the beginning of the year, but also there is a massive shift in the energies. And I was given this in a message through dreams, through meditations, and I feel it's very apt at this time to explain it, and a very special awakening, a time when things are going to change for many of you out there who have been working with the same deities for a long time and have got set in your ways, in your practice. The shift that's happening is how you will change, how you may think your deities have left you. You may think that you are now on your own, and there is nothing less truthful to that. Because at the end of the day, guys, you are moving on to a different way of doing things. This is going to be a time for you to explore other ways of progressing. You are a physical, spiritual, mental being, and at this precise time you are changing, you are evolving, you are spiritually becoming more wiser, and this will help you to grow. You're not saying goodbye to your deities, you are welcoming in a new way of doing it. Maybe new deities will want to make themselves known to you at this time. Freya has stepped back from me, and I know there's a reason for it, that she's not walked away and left me. No, because she knows what's happening, and there are other things going to start happening for me. And I know that a lot of other practitioners are going through the same thing, and I feel it's because there's been a complete shift in the energies around us and around the earth, around the time scale that we are living in. And so it is a time for growth, it is a time to move on, and also to grow in our practice. I myself are now being drawn towards my British roots, but still with the Nordic pantheon, but more to do with the Anglo-Saxon. Now, I have been down this path before, but it didn't stick with me. And I say that as it wasn't something that I felt drawn to. Now, I feel that Freya is telling me I need to find out what my heritage, my path is to do with this, because it is intertwined. And there are many aspects to learn from and to find it fitting in to how I practice. It doesn't mean that I'm giving up on my Seder practice, because I'm not. But it's something that I can bring in and incorporate it into my practice. And there are many of you out there who are going through the same issues. It is a learning curve that is going to give you more to your spirit, more to you as a person, and more to your community. It will open doors for you to experiment with and to evolve into. And it is not something to be scared of. It is not you letting your side down. It is not you backing away. It is the natural progression of you on your path. It is knowledge. At the end of the day, all knowledge is good. And I wanted to share this today because I know how I feel, and I know how you must be feeling. First question you might be asking yourself is, did I do something wrong? Why is my deity not here with me? Why can't I feel that energy? What has happened? They didn't say goodbye. They didn't say they were leaving. I just cannot physically connect to them. Why is this happening? Well, the first point in this is deity knows where you're at, and they know where you need to be to grow, to get stronger, more powerful, and to aid those around you. They know what the next step is, but you're in the dark. You're the one that's got to find that. Number 2 is, how do I find where I'm supposed to be? How do I know if there's another deity waiting to speak to me? Well, I can tell you, you will know if another deity is wanting to work with you. They will let you know. You will know. But you can do things to aid that, and that is to be honest with yourselves, to meditate on it, and to think, is there something that I'm feeling drawn to? Is there a specific deity that I've never thought about before, but is suddenly coming into my life in strong ways, or just suddenly interested in a different field in what you are practicing? Maybe you decided that instead of a female deity, you're more attracted now towards a male deity. It could be anything. It could even be not a deity. It could be a teacher, but is starting to make its presence known in what you're seeing around you, what you're hearing around you. And this video is to help you understand that this is a good change. It isn't stagnated. You have an option now to look into a different way of practicing. An exciting time, a time of learning, a time of progression, a time of meeting other people that you would never have met before, a time of learning new gifts in your own spirit that have been there all the time, but you just haven't opened yourself up to. Now is the time for you to grow again, and that is a great thing to be doing. Do not be frightened of change, because as humans we do like to stick at what we know best, and sometimes thought of changing is quite scary. Now, I'm not going to make this an in-depth video. I wanted to let you know the message that I've been given to give to you, and I'm going to do it by connecting to this energy that's been around me for a little while now. And it's an energy of learning, but it's also an energy of knowing, wisdom, clarification, almost like somebody who's trying to help but is not letting themselves be known yet. A new energy, but one that is very strong. And I am being given this message, so I'm going to give it to you, but I need to connect. Seek your message. This energy comes from the deep of the earth. I see a male with lots of furs. He is standing by large stones, but he is not the one. He is just the messenger of the One. A lady standing with green, flowing green robes, blonde hair, she is full of joy, but also of knowledge. She wants people to find the knowledge to aid those around. A healing spirit, a healing part that we have lost, that we need to find. A way of embracing humankind and bringing peace, quietness, a new way of life, a new way of living. A bringing together of forces, of the elements, of earth and air and fire and water, bringing together all the aspects of life itself as she comes forwards, and I feel her energy coming now. I see and smell flowers, white flowers, and these flowers are growing huge, lifting up into the air. She is standing there dressed in green, and she has a gift to give those who are willing to accept her into their practice. A new time to grow, to go forwards. She is saying not to be afeared, not to be stagnating in your practice, but to learn about the things that your ancestors knew, to find the things that she would know and she would be willing to help you learn. She is giving the message today that she is an energy of nature, an energy of mother, of earth, of everything we need to survive. She is here to show you the way. She will become who you expect her to be. She will come to you if you call upon her in your meditations. You call the aspect of Flora. Flora is the name I'm receiving. Flora has come to talk to everyone about the hidden, about that which is gone and is past, but is now needing to be brought back, because people are now suffering. They are now being pulled down to how it was in those times before, when there was no help, that you had to find your own ways to survive. And it is survival of the fittest, of those that can do this. We are going to come into a time shortly when reserves will be so small that it will be a time of struggle. And she says to tell all of you to store what you need for the future, be whatever that might be for you, for your family. And the spirits that live and dwell in the earth are present. They are still there. For those of you who have a tendency to be more shamanic, it is a time to reflect, to go back to the ancestral, to find time in the woods with the trees, to sit and evolve the knowledge that they are ready to give to you, to go with your staff, to go with your drum, and to spend more time in that aspect of receiving the downloads, the information that you will need to aid the community, for we will become the people that the community will come to for help when the national health fails, when the governments fail, when money fails and they are left without things that they are used to having. We are the witchdom, we are the people that can aid these others, but we need to unite. In the year 2023 to 2026, there is going to be a complete shift and change. The legend of King Arthur, for example, he will be called back. There are ancestral kings and mighty warriors who have also stipulated they will come back. But we as witches and heathens and whatever we like to call ourselves need to be getting ourselves ready for the plight. And this message is from the goddess Flora, who I've never worked with before. Her energies are very strong, and you may also feel these energies if you call out to her. I'm being shown the dream catcher that will silver through the dreams that you need to be having at this precise time before you go to bed at night. Clear your mind, get into the meditative state. Keep a dream catcher above your pillow, above you on the wall if there is a wall, to protect yourself from anything other than what you want to be receiving. You then ask Flora to come and tell you. Flora is the name I've been given to give you guys, to ask for that energy. That energy will then change into who you wish it to be. But you need to start with Flora. Now this is a timely message, and I'm giving the message as I'm receiving it. I don't know anything about Flora. All I know is it's an energy of the earth, and the earth is starting to become more insistent on those of her children to be what they're meant to be. Not to stagnate, not to sit there and not do what you're meant to be doing. For all of you out there who are struggling at this moment, she is saying there is no need for that struggle. For those of you who need the Celtic way, go to Ceridwen, to the cauldron of life. For those of you who are Norse, go to the norms and find out what's there for you, the way of the weird. For those of you who are readers of divination, learn more divination, more different types. Bring that into your practice and teach others so that we can have communities of like-minded individuals that will help people. There is going to be a breakthrough in the next year and a half of something that's completely unknown or unseen, which will open the eyes of the unbelievers. Those who are shut off to the spiritual aspects will suddenly start to see something very big. And I'm not saying that it's coming from outer space or underneath or anywhere, but it is something that has not been seen before. Now, this message, and they're still with me, it's all about the medical, it's all about the healing, it's all about herbs and learning different ways to aid people, going back to our ancestral basis, the way that they would deal with things. It's the knowledge that we haven't had for a long time. There are many witches out there that do have a herbal understanding, but there are also some out there with crystals, and some out there with flowers, some out there with other things. Colours are also very important. Now, she is also saying to me, water is very important at this time. There is going to be, in some areas of the earth, a shortage of water. And this is going to become more evident as we get towards the end of 2023. We need to conserve what we have, but also find ways to bring more water in. It might mean that we need to collect water to aid the plant life around us. So from the rain, and in England especially, we can get that. There is going to be more pandemics, and this is a natural way of things, but we need as witches to be very careful and to understand that there is no cure. The web of life has been strung, people's cords have been pronounced. We can only aid those that want to be aided. This is a strange message for me to be giving out. She's very strong. She's very strong. She also has a book of knowledge, book of names. She's showing me this book, and it has names. There will be some amongst you who will become quite well known because of what they are achieving to help others. And so, with that in mind, guys, if you think you have something new that you want to learn and give out there, now is the time to be doing it. The names are in the book. The people have already been chosen. And she's saying, if she comes to you, then you are one of the chosen. And you need to be aware, and you need to know how to allow it to happen. And this is one of the things that you will need to do, and that is to spend time every day for even 5 minutes, once a day to start with, in contemplation, in quietness, with a candle, just you, the candle, and quiet. When you go to bed at night, ask for the information to be given to you, for Flora or whoever it is that might turn up to you, to give the knowledge that you need to know, be it in dream state or in meditative state. A dream catcher which you can cleanse beforehand, put it there, and know that your dreams will be filtered so that only the ones that you need will come to you. There are protector spirits around the earth, and they are accumulating, and there is a reason for this. Even the Valkyries are getting ready to take a lot more to wherever they need to go. So we know something big is about to happen. This is a timely message, and I only get them like this when it's very important. I didn't know whether to put this out because I don't want people to think that, oh, another crank. But guys, it's important. When energy comes to me like this, I know it is important. I now find myself back, and she has gone. She has gone back, and the man with the furs, he's standing there. And he looks at me with a look of, do what you're told to do and things will be okay. And now he's gone. So guys, the message is over. It's a message which I certainly did not expect. I do not normally give prophecies, but I do feel that was prophetic for the next few years, that things are going to change out of all proportion, and that we need to step up And if we need to change deities or change pantheons or different types of our practice, then so be it. Allow it to happen. It is growth. It is showing that you have more room and more love for anything that is given to you to nurture and grow. And that, I think, is what it's about. Do not stick at one thing when there's something waiting for you. So all those that are changing deities at the moment, you're on the right space, because you obviously have also been given that download for you to be doing that. Setting up new altars and changing little aspects of your practice, that is the start of a new way. And you're not letting go of old things, because it's still part of you. It's still part of your practice. And practice is all about where you are spiritually, not where you feel you want to be. And that is the difference. You go where the spirit takes you. You don't stick at one thing. So I think it would be good if I try to bring through that image of Flora, because I don't know much about Flora. Okay guys, well, I did a little bit of checking up, and it seems that Flora is the Roman goddess of spring, but also of nature and flowers and plants, and her power is creation, which is very interesting. I knew nothing about her before doing that, what she gave me. And Flora's counterpart in the Norse tradition is Idun. So we can see that there is reasoning to this energy. It's like everything is going to change, and we need to create a new way of existing. And as the witch community, we need to be up in our game. And I think that's what the message is actually portraying, that this is what we need to be doing. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to go on. This was just a message, really. A message for all of us out there to learn all we can. And if we need to change to a different pantheon or a different way of doing things, don't feel horrible that you're leaving something behind. Be open to new ways and enjoy it. Learn from it and use it, for you don't know what powers you might receive or what you may be able to do that you've not done before. So give it a go. If something is calling to you, then don't fight it because you are such and such. That is what you do. No, open yourself and see what else there is out there. You might find that you go totally in a different direction, and that can be scary, I know. But if that's where your spirit is being led, then fighting it won't do you an ounce of good. You need to go with the flow, and really it's going to benefit you at the end of the day, guys. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to those that are always there supporting me. I'm sorry that this message might be a bit weird to you, but I have to give it. I've been given it to give, so I hope you can take it on board. And I'll be back next week with another video. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Elaine.